Welcome everybody to Kong Academy. My name is Kurt Jordan, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on Kongs. Now, Kong vaults are a type of vault that when you go into that vault, you need to make sure that you are committing fully. So there are two types of vaults that we have in parkour. One is known as a low commitment vault, and the other kind of vault is known as a high commitment vault. Either way, there's a form of commitment. And when you do this, you need to commit to your movement. And what that means is that you need to go for it. You just need to 100% just go for it. You might be nervous, you might be scared, but you need to just trust yourself and try your best and commit to doing that move. And that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be working on Kongs. We're going to be working on committing in those Kongs. So if this is your first time with us, I want to give you a personal invitation to come and move and play with us. All you're going to need today is a couch or some type of vaultable object that you can use, and then some pillows that makes your crash pad. So if you have like a big bean bag or a big pillow, that's going to work really well, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing that we're going to do, since we're doing all these kinds of vaults, is we're going to be moving around on our hands and feet because we want to prepare our wrists for all the vaulting that we're going to do. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of move around for 10 seconds going just absolutely bananas, using your hands and feet, no knees. So for 10 seconds, I just want you to move around on the ground. So 10 seconds, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. After you've done that, I want you to do 5 rolls, however you want to do them. So 5 rolls, I'm going to do some back rolls. So 5 rolls, go ahead. And then after you've done 5 rolls, I want you to do 10 more seconds of just going absolutely bananas. 10 seconds, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After you've done that, 5 more rolls. Let's go ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last time. 10 seconds, going absolutely bananas. Hands and feet, QM, go. 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, 5 more rolls. Go ahead. Nice job. Okay, so now that we're warmed up a little bit, we've practiced some rolls, we've practiced some ground moves. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to practice ground Kongs, okay? So when we do ground Kongs, you're just going to start on the ground. You're going to go to a kind of like a normal QM position, and you're just going to swing out both arms, plop them down, and try to pull your feet to your hands, okay? So it just goes arm swing, plant your hands, go to your hands, okay? Arm swing, plant, and go to your hands. So go ahead and do 5 more ground Kongs. Nice. So it's a really simple move, but the next thing that you want to try to do is kick up into a handstand with your ground Kong. So what I want you to do is just pop your hips up and try to hold that position for as long as you can. See if you can do it for 3 seconds. So here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good. So you want to work on getting your ground Kong up, because when we do Kongs, we want to always make sure that our hips are rising when we do our Kong. And that's going to keep our shins and our feet from clipping the top of a block. So getting your hips over your shoulders is really important when you're learning how to do that move. So my next challenge is I want you to do those ground Kongs, but I want you to do them with your hips really high, okay? So go ahead. Ground Kongs, high, hips. Ground Kongs, high, hips. Couple more. Nice. Now, another one that we're going to work on is we're going to work on taking a line. It could be just a line on the ground. If you don't have a line, what you could do is place down a pillow, and you just put a pillow down. So either you have a line or a pillow, and what you're going to do is you're going to try to Kong over that pillow. Dive out, 2 hands, place your hands, pull yourself over. Just like that, okay? Dive out, place your hands, pull your body forward. Good. One more time. Nice. Good job, friends. So, now that we've worked a lot on doing the movement pattern on the ground, I think we should add some type of an object. Now, for me, I have my vault here, or my couch here that I'm going to use, but I also have just a workout bench that I like to use. But if you have something like an ottoman or a footrest or a trunk or any type of hard object that you can push off of and vault over, that's fine to use. The couches are best, but if you don't have that, you can use this and a bunch of pillows, okay? So the next move that we're gonna work on is called a Kong cast. And all you're gonna be working on is you're gonna be working on placing your hands down, just like we did on the ground where we kicked up. You're gonna do that, but you're gonna do it on an object. And all I want you to do is place your hands down, Kong up, just like that. Cast your hips up as high as you can. Cast your hips up as high as you can. Just like that. 5 more times. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and one more time. 5. Okay. So now that we've done a few cast ups, trying to get our hips as high as we can over our shoulders, we're going to work on doing a Kong up to an object. So if you have a bench, all that is putting your hands down, getting your hips up, and trying to get your feet on top. Okay? Very simple. I know you can do it. Give it a try. So hands on, cast up, and feet on top. Hands on, jump and Kong up. When you are trying to Kong up to something, especially if you're small or the object that you're using is really high, you want to use your arms to push down as much as you can to get your body up into the air. So I want you to just put your hands down and push into those arms to rise your body up. So jump and push. Just like that. 5 more, please. One more. Good job. Okay. So you've worked on ground Kongs, you've worked on kick-ups, you've worked on object kick-ups. The next thing that I want you guys to work on is I want you guys to work on setting up a safe area for you to work on your Kong overs. Because a lot of times what can happen is if you're Konging over, you can trip over this object and then you're going to fall down to that side. You might hurt your wrists. I want everyone to be safe. So if you have a couch, couches are best. If you don't have a couch, take your bench and then take your biggest pillows and plop them down on the other side. And just take a bunch of big pillows and make yourself a nice crash landing zone, okay? Once you have a crash landing zone, you're gonna work on a move called a Kong Superman Splat. And it sounds exactly what it is. You Kong over, you Superman dive, and then you just belly flop down onto a soft object. So, if that's a couch, I'm gonna use the armrest, and I'm gonna Kong over it, and I'm just gonna go boom, boom, right onto my belly. And if it's my object, I'm just going to Kong over, same thing, jump, Kong, Superman, splat. Kong, Superman, splat. So the hardest part of doing Kongs that I find when people are trying to learn how to do a Kong is to commit going over the object. you have to think more of a dive. You're going to dive out and over the object, and your hands push down, but they help you come back up to your feet, okay? So don't be afraid to try it. Just make a nice, soft landing zone for yourself, because don't forget, the first rule of parkour is to be safe. So what we're going to do is do this a few times. I want you to do it about 5 times. I want you to Kong, Superman, Splat, and I want you to be able to feel comfortable to do that, and then I'm going to teach you the next progression, okay? So let's just practice that a couple of times. Good. So after you feel comfortable with Kong, Superman, Splat, I want you to try to land in QM. So when we moved in the beginning, we were working on quadrupedal movement, moving with our hands and feet on the ground. I want you to do the same thing, but this time I want you to land in that QM. And in case you don't know what QM is, it's hands and feet. So I want you to land like this, like a cat. So you're going to Kong, Superman, and land in QM. So can you try to land over that object? And I'll rotate my setup a little bit for you. So can you land and into a all fours position like this? Make sure you got a nice big crash pad in case you bonk your knees. But when we do parkour, we never want to land on our knees. We don't want to use our knees. We want to land on our feet. We want to land on our hands, okay? So try that a few more times. Kong and try to land in QM. Just like that, okay? And then once you feel good about being able to Kong into QM, take away the hands and just try to land standing. Okay, very good. Excellent. So these are the Kong vaults that you can be practicing. And I want you guys to be practicing your Kong vaults today. When you do, be safe. Make sure you have a nice big crash pad for you to land on. Make sure you can add as much pillows as you can. Use blankets, use whatever you can to really make that nice and squishy. And make sure that you are, when you're doing the move, and you are secure in knowing that your landing zone is safe, you want to make sure that you are committing to that move. It can be really intimidating to dive over an object, especially if you're small. But when you're trying to dive over an object, it can be scary. You're just leaving the ground and you're going to try to land on your feet. That's kind of nuts. So I understand why it can be scary and nervous, and we all feel that way sometimes. But don't worry. All you got to do is just trust yourself, commit to the move, try to land on your feet, okay? So you guys have done a really good job today. I wanted to say thank you for moving with me and practicing your Kongs today. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys had some good exercise. And I also hope that you learned something new or developed the skill you already knew how to do. Keep practicing and yeah, just commit to those movements. And if you want to move more with us, you can join us on our Facebook page, or you can register for virtual classes on Six Crickets. But that being said, we're going to say goodbye. So we always put our hands into the middle and repeat after me, please. We start together. We finish together. We are a team. We help each other. Parkour. Well, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. And until then, have a good day. Bye, friends.